Hello there here, and we are back with What in Me is Dark. Of course not, that's the stuff. We are back with Cupid. And this is chapter 8. Hmm. Oh, what? Wait. Wait, what? Yeah, so there's indeed 8 chapters for ending. But why is chapter 7 locked? Wait, what? Huh? But I finished chapter 7. Hold on. Hmm. Oh well, I don't know what is wrong with that. I'm just gonna ignore that. Let's continue playing the game, shall we? No light, but rather darkness visible. What was that? But that is not me. Oh. What is in me is not me. Cool. I fought with it, live with it, survive. Yet we become what we subdue. If this is true, then I was never myself. I am not a monster. Well, the number of victims you have, want to talk about that? Then what are you? Who? Tired. Tired? Really? Did you even really love me? Or were you just hungry? Oh, Catherine. It is hard to divide that line sometimes. Hunger hovers over every action I take. Maybe I was bored. That's sweet of you, Gilly. Truly marvelous classy. What are you doing in my dream, Catherine? I came to punch you in the face, you fucking bastard. Hell yeah, Catherine. And then perhaps say goodbye. Pain wells up in my throat and I answer it with anger. Goodbyes are pointless. I have no need for them. You're just another voice in my conscience that will fade away in time. No, I'm not. You're still a bastard, mind you. But I love you still. Really? I don't know. And I loved you. But does it matter now? I will love another one quite like you in the future. You know, I can always tell when you're lying to me. Your mouth does that little twitch and your nose flares up like you smell something bad. That man you knew is gone. He was nothing but an illusion you yourself designed, my dear. I only adapt. Then why do you still do it? How can I still tell you're lying? I'm not. Liar. You are holding a telescope. I don't see it. Sagittarius is over there, I laugh, pointing your hand to the night sky. Where? Where the fuck is Sagittarius? Beneath this blanket of stars, the brightest one was sitting right beside me. That night, would you believe if I say I didn't mean to kiss you? I had hoped you wouldn't see my hand shake. In your eyes, I feel like I am somebody worth loving. I'm a lie. But that was the truth. The arrow you struck my heart with would work both way, darling. Yeah, I don't know. It's honestly confusing whether this is really Catherine or just an hallucination, whether the mother is real or just hallucination, whether, Guillermo is actually feeling guilty or not, or stuff like that. A lot of stuff is happening, and the psyche of the character is just hard to understand. Yeah, that's the word. I have loved you since I was a child. And you had to keep this mask on for years longer than you usually had to. Yeah, that's a point that I mentioned back then. But you see, when you become something for a long time, it imprints on you like a seed. Yeah, perhaps. Maybe you like keeping this face, huh? Your cat died today and we buried it in my garden. Oh. Your cat, Catherine? You are crying so hard nobody could comfort you. Candies or sweets and bribes didn't work. In my desperation, I said everything dies, as if that was a truth worthy to be told to a child. Did you know that the baker's dog also died? Things die, so please don't be upset. Your eyes stared up at me. To my surprise, you begin to laugh. Gilly, you're such an idiot. The baker's dog also died. Are you really trying to cheer me up? No, he's just being depressed. He's just being dark and edgy. I shifted uncomfortably in my boots, but your laughter had used in stitches. Huh. You took away my love. But you can take away my memories. Memories falter and fade. When you have lived as long as I have, memories are cheap. Love is cheap, Catherine. So will you please leave me now? I don't want to remember you anymore. I don't want this. Once upon a time, there was a man who lost his heart. So he eats others. I never lost it. I've always been cursed without it. Then take mine. Is that what you really want, Catherine? See, this is confusing. Yours. Take my love with you until the end of time. You'll never go hungry again. That's not true. You hated me at the very end, like everyone else. Well, because you consumed the love? Well, you ruined my life, so of course I hated you. Yeah, good point. You lied to me. You used me. But love and hate can be so similar. Yeah, probably. It's as simple as flipping a coin. Is it? But don't give me apathy, Guillemette. I want my memory to burn as bright as a star in your mind. And this memory I want you to remember me by is not my body hanging lifelessly by a rope. Remember me as the child who loved you. That sounds kinda strange, in a way, but alright. My dear Guillemette, I love you. I forgive you. An unfamiliar bitterness washes over my tongue. So yeah, is this really Catherine forgiving you, or this is your way to, like, let go of the guilt? It threatens to sting my eyes with tears, clenching my throat with pain. Curiosity, it is a sensation almost foreign in its rarity. Love, is it possible? Can I love a memory? Can I survive with only your love to give me sustenance? I take a step forward towards you. Oh, no, hello, what? Something stirred in my dreamscape and suddenly you are not there anymore. Oh, what the fuck is that? Oh, fuck. I see you in the distance. A semblance of your visage upon a grassy hill. Oh. You have the high ground. Time to escape. This is not our fight. The sky is dark. Duh, I can see that. The moon hangs ominously upon your head. Hang ominously? That is a big ass moon. Catherine. Run. But you cannot hear me. My legs are draped in clear jelly. In dreams, everything is slow. I cannot get to you in time. Hello. Your face begins to change. Wait, it's kinda dark. Oh yeah, ooh, look at the design. Holy shit, that's cool actually. Love that. Oh, those are fingers. Very epic. Uh-huh. Your face begins to change. You're Catherine. I smash. Sorry. You are Emilie. You are Marcus. The English poet. You are Psyche. Who is that? Your head begins to snap and distort. The skin bubbles and the flesh tears to reveal the pulsing height of the monsters inside. Your glistening heart pumps in your chest. Your feathers prune and majestic from recent feeding. Yet I'm not afraid of this thing and its many mouths. This was nothing but a reflection, a mirror held up to what I really am. A slithering hand wraps around my neck and lifts me from the ground. The pressure tightened as I struggle. One of your tongue licks at the side of my belly as if sampling the food before the course. Running away again. Content to starve yourself and feed off a memory. Pathetic. You still look like Catherine. Maybe that is the most painful part. I can bear to look at you. Why starve yourself when there's plenty to eat? Why beg for scraps when you can gorge? Did you really think your life could change? You know better. Son of beauty. Brother of night. Love. That is you. You are sickness. Wherever you will go, the shadow will haunt you. Collect your trinkets by all means, relive your precious memory. But know that you will be nothing more than a hypocrite. A clean man walking in a mountain of filth. Open your eyes. Open them. Behold my true glorious form. Humans are insatiable. Men and women, they are all rabid for love. How many times have you been their toy? Humans are cruel to things they desire. I must be powerful, I must be on top. I control them instead of them controlling me. I will not be a piece of meat. Never again. Your face softens and the grips on my neck drags me close to your lips. You claim my mouth with yours and it tastes just like honey. Dude, you are very delusional. Sweet ropes between our lips. Love is my sustenance. Love is my sustenance. I will take what I can. Because they so willingly give. I must get rid of this dastardly spell I'm under. Spell? Catherine is gone like her memory. In the end, this was all an old vile magic, a cheap parlor trick. Oh wait, I thought Catherine the one that did this. No? Like, no. When you mention the spell, are you mentioning the Catherine memory, or you realize that Rosa has been using spell on you? Or is the spell Rosa uses a memory of Catherine? Whoever touched me will pay. Yeah. Hey, Rosa, you know about that, trying to help them? I think we should run, you know that? Guillaume woke up with a fading dream still in his memory. Damn, he was not in his room but in Catherine's. How? This did not surprise him. Whoever cast the spell did not do so on a whim. To take him away from his sanctuary was to render him weaker. A pure white candle flickered on the table, its flame looked as though it was ready to go out. I couldn't save you. I tried. Ah. Rosa stepped out of the shadows. You! Guillaume stared at her with irritation. What is the meaning of this, Rosa? This is your doing. She looked at him with sadness. How could you not realize? Like, what the fuck? There's only some of us here. I was too weak to save you, Guillaume. Save me from what? From what you are. Guillaume's face crumpled into confused anger. You? Come on, man, realize it yourself. I didn't expect such contempt from someone I trusted. Do you expect me to ask your forgiveness for what I have done, sire? Because I won't. I will stand by what I did. I will do it again if I can. But such a spell requires much preparation. You are not to do that again, do you hear me? I will not allow myself to be subjected to such an insult. I'm not doing something that petty. I'm trying to save you. I do not know what you're talking about. If you persist in this foolish behavior, then I will be forced to take action. Go ahead. But I will simply try again. Stop it. Guillaume grabbed her shoulder, shaking her with irritation. They stared at each other in heavy silence, and Guillaume somewhat regretted his forcefulness. But Rosa did not flinch or look away, even at his outburst. There was no fear or fragility in her eye at all. She held her steady gaze until it was Guillaume who looked away. Why? Why are you doing this? Yeah, you should thank Rosa, man. If not, I already kick your ass multiple times, you know that. You should know how pointless it is. I had to try Guillaume. If there is a way to save you, I'm inclined to take it. I had hoped Catherine's memory might work on you. Guillaume cast a spell to give you her memory, so you don't have to resort to feeding. Guillaume recalled from her like her skin was scalding to the touch. You... How did you... Rosa just stared at him, her eye clear and resolute. I know what you are because we are the same. We are creatures that emanate desire and feed on love. I have lived with this curse knowing only a semblance of what I am. Mother taught me how to control it, even in her own twisted way. Yeah. No thanks to you, mother. Fuck off. I was lucky, Guillaume. I wasn't alone. But you were. Rosa's eye bloomed with sadness. I can only imagine how hard that must have been. Guillaume staggered back in shock. So there was another one like him. A desperate hope clutched onto him like talons. Was that why he had taken to her so without wanting to feed on her? Interesting. That's why I'm doing this, Guillaume. I wanted to give you Catherine's memory like how mother memory keeps me sustained. Aha, I was about to guess that actually. Fascinating. So it is a spell. Who did that to you? Your mother? Also, yes, my guess is correct as well that this is Rosa's spell of Catherine's memory. Love doesn't have to be taken like this. There are other ways. Yeah, Rosa lived like that, man. You doesn't have to live like that. Guillaume frowned indignantly. You talk as if you have all the answers. You're still very young. I can tell. I've already endured centuries of this curse. Yet she controlled it better than you. I know all the tricks to survive. From strangers to the villagers, I know how much I can take. I am meticulous. Then why must you insist on this method? With no reason to stand for ceremony, Guillaume's face changed easily. Rosa's jaw clenched. She was talking to a stranger now. His face lost the virtue that once belonged to a blameless man. It was replaced by a curious cheeky grin, a perpetual look of a childlike mischief. This man irritated her, and yet somehow Rosa felt like she had known him for a lifetime. He had always been there, hadn't he? Or rather, it had always been him. Why? Because it is fun. And the taste is words better. The experience of drawing out love is unlike any human feeling. It is transcendent. It is the only moment I feel alive. Quick, Rosa, grab her and I roundhouse kick his face. The only moment I feel like a god. Once you have had a taste of it, nothing else compares. You must try it. I bet you can only afford to be self-righteous because you don't know any better. Because I'm not addicted to it. You're wrong. I did it to Catherine. I tasted her love, but I was able to stop myself in time. Oh, that's another good point. I sure didn't think of that. I knew it will destroy her. So that was you, It makes sense that Catherine's love for me wane. That never happened before. Desire can be controlled, Guillaume. I do not wish to control it. Do you? Your journal says different stuff. Why should I? Admit it, you're long for that taste since your tongue dipped in its pot. Rosa did not speak. She shifted nervously on her feet. Guillaume went on. We are given this curse to endure, Rosa. Why must we scatter in a corner and humble ourselves? To whom do we abdicate ourselves to? To normal people. They are beneath us. Yeah, that sounds like a fucked up ideology, buddy. For all their achievement and talents, love is the one thing that can drive them mad. Don't you see? Their weaknesses is the one thing we feed on. It is the natural order. Hey, I really want to punch this guy, Rosa. You should have let me stab him multiple times. Golem stepped closer to her and touched her bare arm. He tried to hide his bliss. I told you before. If you need power, then be powerful. I will teach you how to wield it. You still have much to learn. If you will join me, Rosa, just imagine what we can do. We will be powerful, you and I. Rosa's momentary confusion faded. The hard look appeared on her face once again. Hell yeah, girl! I will never join you. You use people for your gain. So, my voice couldn't keep from rising. What of it? Isn't it the rule of human existence? It's all a game, Rosa. A game I play to win. So people's lives are a game to you? Golem shrugged. Of course they are. Humans use and abuse and they throw away on a whim. They destroy for no apparent reason except expect that they want to. It took me the longest time to understand why. And why is that? It's because people like you perpetuate the cycle. Fuck you. I realize it is simply their nature. It is not their nature. People like you blame human nature for it, but in reality, it's our life and environment that shapes it. So yeah, we doesn't have to be like this. Humans don't play fair, but I do, and I still get ahead. Rosa's eye narrowed at Gulame. How can you throw people away so easily? Don't you see that there are good people like Catherine? You're afraid to remember, you're afraid to give them worth they deserve. You rejected her memory, content to forget her value. Gulame was silent for a few moments. Then he gave a low snicker. No, buddy, thanks, I don't want to eat your Snickers. Rosa, Rosa, Rosa. That is an amusing thesis. He looked at her dumbfounded face pitifully. Another chuckle escaped. Gulame couldn't help it. You got me all wrong, Rosa. Rosa, enough talk with this guy. Just kick him in the stomach real hard, knee him in the stomach real hard, and then we will tie him up somewhere until he realize our dead. I do not undervalue people. In fact, I love them. I revere them. I am grateful. They sustain me after all. That alone deserves all the appreciation and care I can give. I love Catherine with every fiber of my being. She was a kind soul. She tasted perfect. But I think you underestimate how long I've been on this dirty forsaken rock. Good people are not rare and precious treasures. As such, they are not to be handled any differently from the rest. What? And all this talk about worth. Do you mean some people are worth more than others because they are kind? In human right? No. No, not at all. But, what do you call it? Well, it's hard to speak about it, but essentially, the more good people, the better. Yes? What if from now on I only consume bad people? Nah, stop consuming, that's the point. Or how about those in the lowest caste of society? Ruffians, rapists, thieves. It is easy to be kind when you are privileged. But those poor unworthy souls, surely no one would miss them. Would that make you feel better? Rosa faltered. Rosa, no, don't. That's not what I'm saying. That is exactly what you're saying. You're telling me I shouldn't feed because there are good people out there that deserve better. So if they are bad, it is alright. How terribly judgmental of you. I'm not saying that, I'm saying that you shouldn't consume at all. No, Every human being has a capacity for kindness or cruelty. To judge somebody on such a volatile detail, that is prejudice. After all, a kind man can mull the death of his fellow man no sooner than a criminal can turn a new leaf. The truth is, there are no good or bad people. They are just people. And I'm not picky. Stop saying that. You don't really believe that, do you? You hurt like me. You want acceptance like me. I know deep inside you want something more. More than a feeling of or a craving. You have written as much in your diary. You sneaky little minx. Didn't I tell you we're not supposed to touch that? Stop. Please stop this, Guillaume. I implore you. Her pleading face stirred something in Guillaume. But the colossus in his heart had decades to harden. He snorted. Yeah, decades to harden and get crusty. Ew. Or what? What do you plan to do, little girl? Is this it? Is this your plan? Put on a light show and talk me to death. Surely you didn't think it would be that easy. If you have a different offer, I'm all ears. I thought as much. Is that what you think of Catherine then? Nothing but cattle? Guillaume wins despite himself. I love Catherine. I know you two love her completely whether you admit it or not. You can't take love without giving it, can you? Guillaume sighed in annoyance. Just another spoke in the old fun wheel. You're lying if you say you are not the least bit troubled by your actions. That's the start, Guillaume. The first step. It means you are not as cold as you want to appear. If you admit your guilt and take responsibility for her death, Guillaume waved her away with an indifferent scoff. I refuse. Her death was her own decision, I had no hand in that. Uh-huh. With this validation, the assured smile came back to his lips. He shrugged. Who knows, maybe she could have gotten better over time. Most people bounce back from the loss of love. Or not. Who really knows? Is it my fault she gave me everything? I didn't force her to. Which was only fair, like you said, I didn't hold back. Well, I'm not holding back my punch to your face then. It was an equal exchange. Equal my ass. Rosa's throat went dry. Oh, love. Love is the strongest force in the world. But it is never pure. Always tainted, always poison. What are you talking about? Well, I had to shatter this vision you have of Catherine, but she wasn't so righteous. She was as selfish as everyone else. What? Think back, Rosa. Did you really think her sister's death was a complete accident? Wasn't it convenient? Wasn't I convenient for little Miss Peride? Yes, of course, convenient and perfectly adequate. Sweet, boring, obliging Marquis de Gaulle. Wasn't he so easy to love? He could help her achieve her grand dreams, give her the good life that hovered just beyond her reach. After all, Guillaume didn't seem to have any plans of his own, did he? As if satisfied to exist only for her. Honestly, what a catch. What an impressive pedestal. Even when the core of this love poisoned her, she made no attempts to leave. I wonder why. Now there's a question. Why indeed? Because she had a hope, Guillaume. She said hoping her feelings for you would return. That was how much she loved you. Guillaume scoffed. Oh, how sweet of you to say. You really thought Catherine stayed with me just for love. And not at all because she was scared, insecure, comfortable. Guillaume tapped his chin in mock contemplation. Oh well, I can make your chin meet with my knee. In the hard way. Or maybe she just wanted so badly to be a Marquis' wife. Such a proud girl she was. Must she settle for anything less? That will show all the people who used to scorn and underestimate her. They who called her sister a whore, the ones who called her mother and her mother mad. That will show them. Rosa took a shaky step back. It is not true. I won't believe it. Catherine was a kind person. So what? Does being kind justify selfishness? Does being kind even save anyone? You are heartless. Maybe. It has been so long I can tell. Always the love of self is first. Rosa, Always the love of self is first, Rosa. I don't take it personally. Shut up. Don't you ever get tired of justifying your hunger? So Catherine wasn't perfect, yet you simply pass the blame. All just excuses. The truth is, you just don't want to stop, do you? You are not God, no higher being. You are nothing but a common vampire, a monster. Gomez's face twitched. Feeding on the love of the people who love you. You must know how wrong that is. Goulem's face shook visibly, but he smiled. His voice remained pleasant and calm. So you compare me to storybook monsters now, Rosa. How insulting. But yes, wouldn't it be easier if I dined on blood or flesh? Something tangible perhaps, something physical. Things would have been so much simpler. After all, if I drank blood, I wouldn't have to tangle with our lives. He turned to Rosa, his eyes burning. She could feel the heat in his stare. I wouldn't have to be sane. Goulem's voice shook with anger. She flinched. You stupid, arrogant, self-righteous minstrel dare talk to me about guilt? Yeah, of course, you bitch. How dare you call me a monster? You chastise me singing songs of praise for the greater good. Have you ever tasted your own betrayal on the lips of the person you love? Do you know what it's like to strangle hope with your own hands? I don't know, but I'm going to find out how it tastes to strangle you. I'll look into their eyes and see them dying from the inside out. Am I worth it? Am I worth all their lives? Never. But I do it again and again and again and again, just for the right to exist. You read my journal and act like you know me. You know nothing. I wish I was a monster. Maybe then I wouldn't have to feel. The silence reigned between the two of them, so you do feel something, Goulem's face went blank after his outburst, almost confused at the words that came out of his mouth. He forced his lips into a placid grin. Pardon me, I didn't mean to shout. He took a deep breath and refused to speak again. Wow. Rosa buried her face in her hands. He was right. She had come here with an first estimation of herself. Yeah. Well, that's how it is. Her ethics were the cries of a child. How could he listen to someone immersed only in her own tender ideals? If she wanted to help him, she had to know his pain. No, not really. What? But what could she say? Her mind struggled with the words. They all sounded artificial in her head. All she could do was hold out her hand to reach him, couldn't she? She could offer him hope, a little warmth away from the chunk of ice beating inside of him. She approached him tentatively. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have spoken such hateful words. But didn't you see, you don't have to endure this pain anymore. I'm offering you a different path, Guillaume. Let me help you. Yeah, buddy, let me help you, or else I'll beat you up. He didn't speak nor move. Rosa held on to the pain she saw in his eyes a moment ago. It was her only hope. But if there ever was a trace of it in his face, it had flitted away before it took substance. His abject face contorted into a grin. He chuckled. Then his laughter filled the room, cold, bitter laughter that chilled her skin into a shiver. Rosa drew her hand away in fear. You really don't get it, do you? I meant to say this. Sorry, what? I meant to say that this. This is what makes it worth it. It is precious. What? Make no mistake, I endure all this not for something as silly or disposable as blood. Love. Love is worth all the pain. The best wine tastes like the very dirt from which it was exalted. And that is all I want. Nothing else compares. Rosa's mouth dropped in horror. She stepped away from him. A cold shiver passed her spine. No, Guilherme. She stared at him, grasping at a flicker of hope that came as fast as it went. He had built a kingdom from the maze of his own heart. Both ruler and prisoner, both exalted and doomed. She could feel the cracks in his armor, the crumbling of a wall. He wanted to get out. Rosa thought she saw light in his darkness. A hand reaching out to be saved. Oh, but where was it now? Where was this hope? It was gone. Had it ever been there at all? Or did her desire to help him trick her into seeing what she wanted to see? Rosa bit her lip to steel herself. Oh, don't look at me like that. I had the same morals as you when I was younger. But time smooths out our rough ideologies. I was wrong. I think I could still save you. You are quite full of yourself if you think you can save people. Guilherme took a step towards Rosa and Rosa's throat closed up. Get away from me. I'm not going to hurt you, Rosa. If you wish to debate philosophy further, we can do so for 1,000 more years. But aren't we ignoring the single most potent truth? We found each other. So many souls running around this earth, and we actually managed to meet. Meet these nuts. Do you realize how momentous this is? No, fuck off. Centuries, Rosa. I have wandered for centuries. To find someone like you is beyond my wildest imaginations. I can give you love, Rosa. Fuck off. Forget Catherine or your mother, they are remnants of a bitter past. How long are you going to hang on their memories anyway? Don't look so troubled, darling. Shut the fuck up. Enough of such moody sentimental topics, they bore me. Instead, why don't we start thinking about possibilities? Guilherme, please. She was still bent on changing his mind, but Guilherme could tell her resolve had all but fizzled out. Oh, again, you still haven't given up. I'll admit you have spirit. It is admirable that you go to such lengths for me. I mean it when I say I'm honored. But you are so naive. Tragedy is everybody's friend, Rosa. If you stay with him too long, his smell will linger on your skin. I don't care much for tragedies myself. I'm more interested in opportunities. Yeah, opportunities to smash your face in. And what we have right now is a dawning beginning. Guilherme stepped closer to Rosa, touching her cheek with his palm. Rosa was afraid, but she didn't make an attempt to run away this time. Rosa, oh fuck. Aren't you glad you found me? You're not alone anymore. You don't have to hide and cower to subject yourself to the motion of this cruel life. Enough of this fascination for glorified sacrifice. Come with me. Rosa stared up at him. What? Come with me, Rosa. He repeated his words with a cheerful smile. Let us leave this place and go far away, start over. Doesn't that sound grand? No, not at all. Let me burn this place down. Knock the candle over. It's about time you let go of that bad memories and face something new. Don't you think you owe yourself that much? And what of the victims you will continue to take, Guilherme? What about them? What about them? I care little for strangers. It is you I want to make happy, Rosa. Please let me. No, fuck off. I need you as much as you need me. No, we don't need each other. Thank you. Rosa bit her lip. Mother, I need you right now. Hey, please let me hear your voice. I'm here. Where the fuck are you, Mother? Hey, Mother, come the fuck out. Where the fuck are you? She struggled with the pain in her heart. She was free falling. Mother, to hear her mother's voice. She had always been the ground she stood on. Both the pain on her bare feet and a place to stand. Whether she walked or chose to fly, that ground would be there when she landed. Such was the role of family. You have gone this far, darling. I trust in you. What? Whatever you decide, I will always be here. Like how I have always been. Rosa's jaws clenched. She tasted the caustic realization in her mouth. Rosa. Oh. And that was when he felt an icy pain shoot through his chest. Oh, okay. He looked down. There was a knife sticking out of him. The knife Rosa had stolen from the kitchen. Wow. I'm sorry. The blade clattered to the floor. Rosa's lip quivered. But I have to make this right. Gulma's body lost all strength. You can be killed with a kitchen knife? What? He stumbled on the floor, blood staining his red shirt. Red? What? Sorry, his shirt red, yeah. He just laughed in amusement. Oh, you stupid girl. So, this is your response to my generous offer. How trifling. I expected better from you. I expected better from you as well, and I expect that knife will be able to do that. Gulman wins in pain. Been a while since I was stabbed. I can save you more than if you want to. She knelt beside him. She didn't speak at once. That wound will not heal like the others, Gulman. Oh. I must end it here. For Catherine, for Mother, for all your victims. What is that weapon then? For you. I have to do the right thing. She said this aloud, but she only half believed it. The right thing, Was there such a thing? Rosa reveled in this confusion. The least she could do was carry the burden of her choice for the rest of her life instead of forgetting. She had considered simply leaving him unchanged and a prisoner of his own twisted ideals. She still could. If she reversed the spell now and allowed him to heal, then he would survive. Young, powerful, and healthy, but unchanged and carrying the same shadow in his heart. She had tried, hadn't she? Whatever he did next should be none of her concern. There was a pinch in Rosa's chest. But I know that she doomed him to make the same mistakes forever. To stop caring about him and degrade him into nothing but a failure. It seemed crueler somehow. It will make her like him. Guillermo sat up wordlessly, his back pressed on the wall. This pain was different. The blood hadn't stopped leaking from his chest. He coughed and liquid flooded his lungs. It was getting harder to breathe. A part of him wanted to ask how she had found a way to kill him. It seemed quite pointless now, a waste of precious breath. He sat there bleeding, willing himself to anger. He thought of threatening her, demanding her to do something. But he didn't. He was surprised to find something else in his heart. Really. Gratitude of all things. Rosas held Guillermo's hand as the blood continued to pour out of his wound. Dimly, Guillermo reflected that she really did have spirit. The courage to do what he could not. He used the last of his strength to lift up his hand and wipe away her tears. Don't cry. I'm fine with this. His hand lingered on her face for a while. He searched his heart for anger, for bitterness for this girl. But there was none. How curious it was to feel the steel in his heart and yet no hate for its wielder. How curious it was to know that this was all an act of love. Rosa, you are an anomaly. You confuse me. Maybe if he had listened, would he have? Maybe she was right. He could change. After getting stabbed, But it was too late for him, wasn't it? It had been too late for him decades ago. Long after he had degraded life, including his own, as pointless and petty. That was the only regret. I wish we had met sooner. He took a deep breath. The pain in his chest dropped with every breath. Still, it was only a distant buzzing in his mind. The pain was simply white noise. Rosa held his hand tighter. I'm sorry, apologizing again. I thought I've made myself clear with that. Guillaume coughed and tasted metal in his mouth. He chuckled and wiped it away. Rosa, I was never strong enough to endure this life. But it looks like you are. That's good. You'll stay with me for a while, won't you? Please. Yes, Guillaume. Take my journal with you. It might help. I would still wish for you to start anew. Board the ship, the papers. Take the money in my office. Use it to build a new life. Guillaume covered red flecks of blood. He swallowed and his throat felt like it was on fire. He had a lot more to say, a lot more to tell her. He tried to speak as clearly as he could despite the bulge climbing up his windpipe. Avoid small towns. They don't take to strangers kindly. You'll stick out like a sore thumb. Always present yourself as nobility or a person of influence. Give people another reason to think you're desirable. Otherwise they will fear and hate you, confused by their own urge. His breathing was getting erratic. Also remember to... Shh. Please, rest now. Yeah, you can rest. Rosa smiled sadly. Guillaume's eyes fell. Every breath seemed shorter than the last. Death gave the heart a final gift of bliss. He severed this. Thank you, Rosa. You're welcome. The two of them crouched in the corner, cherishing each other's warmth for as long as it lasted. The candle wick expired and the room was plunged into darkness. Well. Darling. Yes, Mother. I know it was hard. Mother didn't sound spiteful or on edge this time. She was simply serene. Rosa got up, looking down at him on one last time. Mother, I cannot get rid of the feeling that I should have done things differently. Perhaps you can. I mean, there's different endings. Should I have done more? Should I have sacrificed more? Tears once again stung her eye. I wish I could turn back time and change something. Anything. I felt so powerless. I understand. Loss will always hurt, my darling. It makes us vulnerable. But you must know that changing things does not guarantee happiness. Do you understand? Yeah, kinda. Yes. Oh, my darling, I wish I was there to hold you. What are you going to do now? I don't know. Whichever direction you head, I will be with you. I know you will, Mother. Your presence saved me as it always does. You reminded me that nothing lost should be thrown away. Catherine, Guillaume, and you will always be with me. I'm not alone. I'm proud of you, my beautiful daughter. The first rays of light slip past the window and touch her face. Rosa left the room to welcome the dawn. And that's the end. Ending to dawning. I'm still Oh wait, is it because I didn't unlock chapter 7? I just realized it. Did I unlock chapter 7? Have I? No, I don't think I have. Art writing in direction Emiliori. Oh wait, did I just skip chapter 7? Where the fuck is it then? Do I have to do something else to unlock it? Fascinating. That's why it is locked. Your main purpose was revenge. You love Rosa despite your misgivings. You left Golem and Locket closed. 33% complete. Wait. Main purpose was revenge. You loved the Rosa despite your misgivings. You left Golem and Locket closed. Locket? Oh, I should have opened it. Alright then. You told Rosa that family is the most important thing. You convinced Rosa that Catherine was selfish. You wanted to read more of Guillemot's journal. You took Guillemot's key. You admitted that killing Guillemot might not be the only answer. Alright, this is the point. I see. I have to take note of this. So, main purpose, love or hate, open or close socket, family not important or important, Catherine selfish or not selfish, read more or not of Guillemot's journal, took the key or not, and admit killing Guillemot or not. Alright then. Fascinating. Very interesting. But yeah, that's the end of Cupid, at least for now, because I'm planning to play the game more to explore the other endings. I really love it. Well, that ending was also excellent. Kinda sad for me. But yeah, that's all. I guess. See you later then in the next episode. Bye bye.